information soba ta'e as gadi baasaa oola. Namichi barreessaan isaa gorsaan isaa Daani'el Kibret ummata Oromoo irratti ummata Muslimaa irratti halkanii guyyaa lola banaa oola achuma taa'e. Isaan kana ofirraa akka ittifnu hin barbaada. Gaafa warra kana wanti isaan jechaa jiran soba. Wanti isaan jechaa jiran ummata keenya gad xiqqeessuudha. Wanti isaan jechaa jiran ummata keenya arrabsuudha. Jennee yoo balaaleffanne sun amma yakka ta'ee seeraan nutti deebi'uuf jira. Kanaaf seerichi sun seeruma dur anti-terrorist law jedhamee baafamee amma isa jijjiiranii gara kanaan immoo jala bultii filannoo kana keessa jalatti fidanii sun waan fudhatama qabu hin ta'u sila arrabsoon isaanii numa jira isaanitti deebisuuf yaaluun keenya noolu wanti inni godhus hin jiru. Waan tokko jechuun maaltu barbaachisaa seera akkamiitu yoo baase Abiy Ahmed seera tokko enforce gochuu hin danda'u. Asii uummanni keenya homaa sodaachuu hin qabu. Mirga qaba, cunqurfama keessa jira, dararaa keessa jira, hiraarsaa jiruuni. Kanaaf uummanni ofirraa ittisuun bakkuma argetti waanuma ofirraa qabu. Miidiyaa yoo argate miidiyaadhaan, qawwee yoo argate qawweedhaan ofirraa ittisuu qabama. Ofirraa ittisuu qaba. Amma kuni lola labsuu miti. Lola itti labsame ofirraa dhiibuu qaba jedhee yaada. I think we need to say a few things to our wider Australian community here in English. As I said earlier in Afan Oromo, we have never thought that we will be back to be doing a protest rally after 2018, because 2018 was the beginning of the end of the protest movement that went on for 5 years, for almost 4 or 5 years. And we thought an Oromo Prime Minister has been voted into office as a concession to the Oromo protest. And we thought that because the leadership promised that the Oromo protest, the demands of the Oromo protest will be responded to duly, we thought that that will be the end of it, and we now will be having a more empowered Oromo in the National Palace. We thought that the Oromo ideas will be taken up, the Oromo demands will be responded to properly, the Oromo demands for justice, for prevention of eviction, for against dispossession, all those things will be made. Unfortunately, that's not to be. That has not happened. The Prime Minister, who is born of an Oromo, at least who calls himself an Oromo, the first thing he did was to destroy his own Oromo political party. He has demolished his own Oromo political party in the name of reform. And then he started to speak foul against Oromo nationalism. He said, he's on record saying, in 1 month after his inauguration, he said, Oromo nationalism has undermined Oromo movement and has reduced the Oromo people into a village-level community. And that was an affront on Oromo public. That was an affront on the nation that actually survived hanging on their nationalism forever. And on, it has been an onslaught on the Oromo nationalism since then. And as a result of this, today, we are in a more difficult position than we were in 2018. Right now, as we speak, at least seven zones of Oromia are under command post, which is an undeclared state of emergency. A whole of a region of 12 million people in the southern nations and nationalities and peoples, that is under a command post. Again, an undeclared state of emergency. That has to be lifted up. In Wolaga, in the southern zones of Oromia, Borona and Guji, today there is a military action, a military operation to eliminate the opposition parties. The Oromo Liberation Army is acting in those areas. So today in Wolaga we had an air bombing of a civilian population. The internet is down, electricity is down, telecommunication is down, people have no way of expressing themselves about their situation. Last Christmas, we tried to connect out with our people. They have no way of connecting with other people in Oromia, let alone across the diaspora in the world. This is therefore the problem that we have been dealing with. This is the thing that we wanted to protest. The protest today was a protest to say, we hear you to our people, that they are not alone, that our suffering continues, that this suffering has to stop, that the undeclared state of emergency should be lifted, that the air bombing should stop, the military operation against civilian population should stop, because a political problem has to be solved only politically. 5 months away from the national election today, If you are doing a military operation against a civilian population, that is simply unacceptable. That's an act of terror. And these people have no way of expressing themselves through their votes in the country to vote a person of their own choice to government. Sure. So it is very, very important that we come out like this, to say we hear you to our people. We're here for you to our people. To say that your voice is not suppressed in spite of the repression, that you are not alone, that we are here for you. That's number one. To the Oromo and the Ethiopian people outside of those areas, we are going to say we still persist in expressing your suffering. We persist in resisting. We persist that we will not stop resisting until the demands of the Oromo people are all fully and completely answered. And to the people of the world, including the wider Australian community, who have made it possible for us to express ourselves here, who have become our second home away from home, to them we say, continue to stand with us. Continue to look into the situation in the country. Today, in the name of a civilian Oromo government, our people are actually in a far worse situation than they used to be. In the past, at least, they were fighting against an operation that was hitting hard on them right away. Today, we are dealing with a government that has made our future precarious. We don't know if there is going to be Oromia after 5 months. The region might not exist after 5 months. There is an act of dividing and conquering the Oromo people. This has to be reconsidered, and the Australian public should continue to look into our situation, should listen to the Oromo plight, should continue to open up its doors to the Oromo migrants and refugees across the globe. Today, as we speak, I know a number of people who are in the refugee camps in Kenya, in Nairobi, in Tanzania, and elsewhere. And those people would like to come because they are in flight away from their own country. Now, the Australian public thinks that there is a reform going on in Ethiopia, and therefore Oromos are not going to, they can go home, etc. No, they can't. Things have become worse for us, and that's what we want you to understand, and we want you to remain to stand with us as you always did. This is the message I want to get across to the Australian public.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So we will invite you to our studio and we'll discuss more about our research.
Hata uka kunis jenne silas waqa komature waan inni jedhe didure inammate kan si ana kaano tole maal jenna gaa kan kee kana situ akka ummatatu akka kee warra nu goomatuuf seenaaf aadaa oromootu artiidhaan mul'ate egaa boonyi sin deebisnu maal lakkuu roobsine seenaa kee seenaaf dhiifneerra haa ta'u kaa kunis jenne Hacaaluun Hundeessaan jedhama yeroo garaan keenya waa baay'een gaddaa jiru kanatti obsus naaf hin taane deensus naaf hin taane roorrooni namaatte nan baranan taa'u galatooma.